Hey, what's up, Hans family, and welcome to HANZOWEEN. HANZOWEEN is 31 tutorials in the month of October. That means a new tutorial every day. Today is a collab with Alex Faction. We did a mutant, kind of toxic Jack and Sally. Please don't mind our red eyes. Our eyes are just very tired from wearing contacts every day and filming. Make sure to check Alex out. He does some of the best skulls ever. He's the shit. All details will be listed down below, and let's get to the tutorial. Okay, so I'm going to start out by just sketching where I want Sally's features to be, including her dress, where her eyes are going to be, and the little kind of openings of her mouth where her stitches are. I did a few little extra tears just because she is kind of mutant, so I wanted some cool, different tears in her body. I want to start painting her, and I'm using a little mixture of white and teal together just to get this very light, kind of bluish teal color she has, and I'm painting all over, excluding where the tears and her dress are. I did decide to go in with a little green, which I ended up not liking, so I'm covering that up again, which in turn made this a little darker. Now for real, going in with this yellow and green from this UV Kryolan cream palette. Look how bright that is. I'm going to use this as the shadow of my Sally. Basically, wherever I would contour her face, I'm going to use this color. I wanted her to look toxic, and this palette is so perfect. This little color wheel, it is bright as shit. They also make actual water-activated paints too in these exact colors, but I wanted to use some cream, so I'm just doing that all over my body. And then using Sugarpill's Acid Berry eyeshadow to set it, because since it is cream paint, we need to set that. With water-activated paints, you don't need to set them, but cream stays creamy, so you don't want that shit to move around. I want to highlight the actual blue portions now with Kryolan's white paint. This is Clown White, and I'm just highlighting my typical spots on my nose, underneath my eyes, on my forehead, and then setting that with a little bit of White Lies eyeshadow from Makeup Geek Cosmetics. Setting it will also help to really make that color opaque. I found this loose color called Chlorophyll from Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics, and it was the perfect color, so I'm just using that to start adding more to the contour that I already have going on with the green. It's just a little bit darker, it has a little bit of shimmer to it, and so I am just pretty much intensifying where that green is already, and adding a little bit more to show the shadow coming off from my dress and around my neck as well. Same thing on your shoulders. Darken up the shadows even more with Sugarpill's Bulletproof eyeshadow. Any black eyeshadow will do. You can see that I'm not really using this to cover the green or anything else that I put down. I'm just using it to darken and define. I want to define the features that I'm already showing shadow on, really define my contour lines, really define my jaw. You just want to add this to really darken it. For our mutant skin kind of ripping out underneath Sally, I want to use Lime by Mehron Makeup, and this is a water-activated paint. Again, you activate it with a little bit of water, and it turns to this very creamy consistency. I'm also using it to kind of draw on a little few drops, because I kind of want it to look like this tar, this toxic tar is just coming out of these tears. You could add a ton more of these drops if you wanted, really make it intense, have this going down your face, even water down the paint a little bit to really have these huge long drips just going down your body. Whichever you want, just kind of make it your own and have fun with it. Using white from Kryolan again, I just want to go underneath my eye. Adding white here will just make your eye look a little larger. Darken around that too, just so that it pops out and shows that this eye is actually above your skin, just by using that same Acid Berry and Chlorophyll colors with a little angled brush, going right up against that white, and then darkening it a little bit more with some black. Focus the black more towards each side to kind of give a halo effect. That tar would cast a shadow just the same onto your body, so I am using the same Chlorophyll and black from Sugarpill to just darken that up. Start with the green, the Chlorophyll from OCC, blend that out pretty well, and then go right against that tar with the black eyeshadow. The closer you get to the actual thing that's casting a shadow onto your skin, the darker it would be. You could put down the pigment and then blend it out with a fluffy brush, but As you guys know, I love using a angled brush to blend out my shadow. It's very easy to put the pigment down and then lighten up the pressure on your brush and pull the pigment downwards to blend. Using that same mixture we used for the skin, the white and teal, but added a little bit more white, I'm going to just draw on the stitches. I want them to look curved because if you curve the stitches, it will really help to make your face look more dimensional instead of drawing on flat stitches. Curve them going away from your face on either side. You could put as many or as few stitches as you want, or even just completely leave out the stitches and just have tons of mutant goop coming out of your skin. Lighten up the center of the stitches since they are curved with a little bit of white body paint. And then for some sassy red lips, I'm using Jeffree Star's Red Rum Velour Liquid Lipstick. This is my favorite red lipstick. It is the best. Ever. Ever, ever. I'm kind of elongating my lip shape a little bit. She has very long lips, a long mouth. And then I am going to darken the outsides with a little bit of black eyeshadow and continue that black eyeshadow into our mutant goop, because our mouth is kind of blending right into those little stitches, so we want them to be one cohesive piece. The very edge of our mouth we want to just blend right in with that black eyeshadow. Darken up the top of that goop with chlorophyll and Sugar Pill's black eyeshadow, mixing them both together in the same fashion we've been doing, and highlight a few of the little drops with that Kryolan white paint. For the stitches, we want it to look like one is over the other, because if you were stitching together these two pieces, one would go on top of the other in the X, so just add a little shadow on either side of one of them. And then since the stitches are going into the blue skin and pulling two pieces together, we need it to look like there's a little tension. So I'm taking the black eyeshadow and some chlorophyll, and I am adding on a little bit of a curve on the edge of the stitch. This will help it to make like the stitches actually look going into our base of skin, because even if you take your nail and you push against your skin, you'll see that there causes a little bit of a shadow in that little divot point that you just put your nail. So we're just doing the exact same thing with stitches. Repeat this process all over your face and chest. Remember to start with the chlorophyll and blend that out, and then add a little bit of black if needed, because black signifies the darkest shadow. Shade underneath the stitches as well, since they would be casting a shadow downwards. Prep your eyes with a little bit of primer. And then I'm going to be taking Sugar Pill's Acid Berry again and just taking that in the crease of both eyes. Putting the pigment down and then swiping it around to blend it, and then adding in chlorophyll. Add in some more Sugar Pill's Bulletproof, and we have a little bit of a nice smoky eye in the crease. I was talking about Kryolan's cream paints earlier, and now I'm using their water activated paints in the UV. This is a UV yellow. You can see it's so bright. So these are the same. You just add a little water and they become this nice creamy texture. I wanted to just add a few little dots. These are fun to look like little mutant bubbles or mutant drops of toxic death. I have no idea. Fill in half of her dress with yellow. This is by Wolf FX actually. And then I am taking a little bit of light pink and red from Mehron mixed together to create this color on the other side of her dress. Add a little bit of shadow on the dress on both sides, focusing more up towards the shoulders since that's where the most shadow would be. And then go ahead and outline that in black body paint. We're not going too ham in the fabric this time because we want Sally to still look kind of cartoonish. One side of her dress has these cute little swirls, so just draw that on with black body paint and a very small brush. Her typical stitches are just normal and black, so I wanted to incorporate those a little bit as well into the outfit, and then just adding a little more black shading around the dress and around some of the little tar openings. Using Inglot's 77 liner, I want to add a little flick of eyeliner, not drawing a cat eye because I want her to look kind of doe-eyed. And then bringing that eyeliner down around the circle portion of my eyes. And I continue to use that eyeliner to just kind of intensify a few of the tarred areas since we are going with kind of a realistic yet cartoon version of Sally, mixing the two to create a sexy Mutant Sally person. Pop on House of Lashes Iconic Lashes, since she has very spiky lashes, and then highlight the dress just a tiny bit with a little bit of white cream paint from Kryolan. Focus this more towards the top of the dress. I just wanted to add a few more little goops of Toxic Death for fun, because I thought it needed more, because they're super cute and fun. And that is that. This is the final look, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it, my little Mutant Sally. Make sure to check out Alex Faction's Mutant Jack. I love his so much. It's so adorable. If you recreate any of these looks, please use the hashtag HANZOWEEN. I'm dying to see them for Halloween, you guys. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you tomorrow.